What's up, dudes? Max here. I've had an absolutely crazy day, but one of the craziest things to sprinkle on top of an existing nutty day was the fact that we got another Mortal Kombat character that was announced earlier. And this came as the result of a small trade show slash Mortal Kombat event that was going on in Brazil, where they were showing some brand new stuff for MK11. Now, as you might have expected from the thumbnail of this video, if not hearing it from other news outlets, the confirmed character is KANO, and that should come as no surprise. KANO is a long-standing mainstay character for Mortal Kombat. He's only not appeared in very few Mortal Kombat games, so him being here isn't really a surprise, but we can learn a few things from this. But let's first talk about what he looks like. KANO looks kind of unique in this game. I think his design, more than any other, is a bit different than what we've seen so far from Mortal Kombat 11. Notably, I almost feel this guy looks a bit cartoony in some ways. I don't know if it's just me, but something about his body design or something about it just doesn't look like it's matching up with the art style of the other characters. I would almost argue he looks like Fortnite in design in some way, but what he absolutely looks is way younger than his previous version in Mortal Kombat X. And that does tie in a lot to what is going to be happening with time travel and mixing timelines in Mortal Kombat 11. Now, there is a couple of interesting things that are sort of being tied in with all of this, and it's the fact that we're getting confirmations of characters that are now deconfirming character or potential leaks that have been around for some weeks now. And specifically, any of them that mentioned KANO's son as being a playable character is now confirmed to be a fake leak in any way, so any associated characters along with that are going to be complete bupkis. This is KANO, alright, and even though he does look younger, this is the same KANO that we have seen not that long ago. Remember that artwork we saw from the menus of Mortal Kombat 11 at the press event? Yeah, that one, sitting right next to and fighting Cassie Cage, which we did see in a similar design from the previous video where we talked about the potential characters that could be showing up in the game. Now, that also ties into a few other characters that were on the menu mode art, specifically Kitana, who we saw redesigned in a very small way, and quite possibly Rain, who was shown from a back-facing in the Conquest mode. So this isn't direct confirmation, but once again, we have another character reveal that is lining up directly with some stuff that was in the previous build that had artwork, and yes, there's a good chance that Cassie Cage might be the next one because, well, there's already so much evidence behind it. However, Kitana, Rain, and Kung Lao, as well as Liu Kang, I think are on the horizon too. I would love to see Rain in there, but I don't know. There's something about like not getting a direct reference to Rain, if not seeing his front side, that has me a little concerned that he won't make it into the game. But at least KANO showing up does give us a little bit of solidity to what could potentially be happening very soon. We're probably going to know a whole bunch more with the Combat Cast that's going to be coming next week. The other thing that did get announced as a result of this Brazil information is the fact that the boss character, Kronika, might not actually be playable. In fact, there's confirmation from the devs at this point that she's not playable, which is directly going against what we were hearing a little while ago. I think there was some sort of mix-up between a lot of the interviews that developers were getting between news press sites and personal interviews and everything like that. And the frequent thing that I was hearing from a lot of people was that, yeah, this character is actually going to be the boss and she's actually going to be a part of the playable roster. They are denying that rumor or that tidbit from the previous info that people keep reporting on, because a lot of people heard the same thing and it's not happening. So we can actually take Kronika out of those suspected roster leak lists, if not our creator rosters right now. She's not going to be in there unless this is a complete coy and they're going to take us in a crazy other direction. Other than that, we did also get to see an extra costume that KANO is going to get, specifically in the Brazil version of the game. And you'd say this is a pirate costume, but it's technically not a pirate, even though it looks like one. This also ties in very similar to that Scarlet is getting a Russian-style costume, specifically for Russia. But I wouldn't be surprised if you guys really want these outfits. They're probably going to be available in some way for us. But I can absolutely see NRS and Warner Brothers doing region-specific costumes where each region gets one free costume per character or something like that, depending on how popular a character is. Either way, I think KANO's inclusion does clear up a lot in terms of the characters that could be potentially in the game right now, if not the ones that we were looking at for that artwork that we couldn't tell if this is just placeholder artwork. Nah, man, that KANO design is almost guaranteed to be the same one that we saw today, so it could mean a lot, especially for Katana's redesign. Maybe she's going to be next, right next to Cassie Cage. That's all that happened right now. I'm not super thrilled about KANO. I'm really curious about his playstyle, but I'm kind of curious to go back and give him a shot in the Mortal Kombat 9s, if not MKX. Sort of do a mini legacy with some of these characters as they're revealed. If you guys want to see me play classic Mortal Kombats through arcade modes and stuff like we just did with Cabal, leave me a comment below if you think one would be cool to sort of see what happened in the last game to sort of get an idea of where they're going in this game. I think it could be interesting because Cabal's got a really interesting one because he got some crazy upgrades at the end of Mortal Kombat 9. As always, dudes, thank you a ton for watching. I'll be back with more Mortal Kombat 11 news and updates as soon as it does show up. Probably next week with the Kombat Cast. My name is Max, and I'll see you next time.